Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me once again. As you can see, I am again not driving to work, but just like in the last video, which I'll link to in the card, I wanted to read an incident report to you. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, my name is Nick. I'm a hospital security officer and full-time student, and I have another interesting incident that 100% real. Some of the details have been changed just to protect people's identities. This one has a much more humorous ending than the previous one, but it's not for kids. So if you're a kid, stop. If you aren't a kid and you're okay with a not child friendly ending, continue listening. All right, so on the date listed at about 16:08, I received a call from dispatch reporting that a visitor had noticed a box wrapped in black plastic situated in the middle of a parking space in the parking structure. I responded to the parking structure where I arrived at 16:12. After a few minutes of searching, I came across a package matching the description. Upon further inspection, I discovered the item appeared to be a brown cardboard box measuring approximately 4 by 4 by 8 inches in a black plastic bag which was tied at the top. Although the bag was somewhat translucent, it was clear there was writing on the box, but I was unable to read much of the text. I found the placement of the package to be suspicious as it was situated near the center of the space, more consistent with having been intentionally placed rather than accidentally dropped. Due to the suspicious nature of the package, I did not touch it. I parked my patrol car between the package and the drive aisle and activated the emergency lights and traffic advisor in order to keep traffic and pedestrians well away. So I should mention, when I came across this box, it's not a big box, it's about that big. The size of the box was, in my mind, I'm like, it's just big enough to be an issue if it's an explosive device. It's not a huge box, but if it's got explosives in it, it's not going to be good. Anyway, I requested assistance from Supervisor Rowe, who responded and agreed that the package appeared suspicious. He advised that it was likely a good idea to notify the local police department, which I did at 16:30. Rowe cleared to take a behavioral call, so I met with Police Department Kaylee Powell upon her arrival and explained the situation. Officer Powell agreed with my assessment that the package was suspicious in nature, and she began making calls to assets within her department for assistance. Upon Supervisor Rowe's return, he notified on-duty House Supervisor Ruth Henson of the situation. They determined that due to the totality of the circumstances, the hospital should be placed in a state of containment. The containment protocol was activated at 16:46. Officer Powell contacted her sergeant, who, after a lengthy standby, arrived to assess the situation. Sergeant Cameron Edwards determined that he would open the package in order to examine its contents. He's a brave man, much braver than I am. Uh, Sergeant Edwards discovered the package contained an apparently used adult novelty item labeled an anal stroker. Upon further inspection, Sergeant Edwards found that the item was flesh-colored in appearance, with an apparent analog of a human anus situated at one end of the soft cylindrical object. As this item was clearly no threat to the facility, I called the all clear at 17:10 and was clear of the call at 17:12. The package was left in the custody of Officer Powell. So that's the story of the time when I shut down an entire hospital for an adult novelty device. Not one of my prouder moments, but, having so many people agree with me that it was suspicious at least made me feel a little bit better about the whole thing instead of me just freaking out and everyone else thinking that I'm a moron, which is, preferable. I still have no idea how it got there or why it was there or who thought it would be a good idea to put it there. Hospitals are weird places, folks. If you have a used adult novelty item, please leave it at home and don't bring it to the hospital. I'd appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.